Okay, sweet. We are live. So this is demo number 3 for Forebrain Spring Semester 2020 for Computer Science 597 with David Demeter. David, how are you?
I am good.
Okay, awesome. So today I just thought I'd demo the latest features. The latest features are the mute and snooze buttons, and then also the highlight bar. So
Okay.
I'll just take you through the latest features right now by playing it on the simulator, and then you can tell me your answers to the questions that I have.
Okay.
So this is the highlight bar. It tells you where you are in the beat,
Right.
and then these are the mute and snooze buttons. So this is a mute button. See how it's all muted? And then
Right.
now we have the snooze buttons, which completely snooze it out.
Okay. That feature is good because sometimes you need to work out one of the lines with one of your limbs and before you add it all in together. Is that it?
Yeah, that's kind of the whole idea. So you could start with just like, let's say you want to start with a ride cymbal. Then you want to add a snare. And then this is just the muting without the snoozing is just so you could like play with the metronome, but
Right.
without Xing it out. That way you can practice with just hearing your own drum set.
Got you.
Um, yeah, so that's basically
That's a
it.
big cool feature.
Thank you. Um, so that's basically all I developed since last time. What is your gut rating of the usefulness of the muting and snoozing feature without choosing 7?
Before I answer that,
Uh huh.
could you demonstrate it one more time?
Sure. So I'm snoozing all the buttons. I'm unmuting this. I'm unsnoozing this. I'm snoozing the bass drum. I'm snoozing all but the hi-hat. And I could still randomize it for
Right.
different patterns. Like I could snooze the bass drum, snooze the hi-hat, snooze the ride cymbal, so all I have is a snare. And then I could snooze all these, unmute this one. Yeah, so that's basically the muting and snoozing.
Okay. So to answer your question, I would say that functions really well. I'd make that a top number, 10.
10? Okay, sweet.
That totally works.
Awesome. Okay, and
I
why
think
did
that might be your first 10 that I've given.
I think that was you gave me kind of you said 8, 9, 10 for one of the other features. I think it was the randomization, but this is the first solid 10 you've given me, or you've given the app. So
Right.
why did you give that previous answer?
Because the function does what it's supposed to do perfectly and you can use it. So I thought of a lot of ways to use it. So the function, both functions, or with the sound on, with the sound off, it's snooze. You can see it, but you can't hear it. You can hear it, and you can see it. I think it all works. I think it's good.
Okay, and you
I
think
mean, you can't. There's nothing to improve on that.
no, it's a pretty simple feature. So it either works or it doesn't work.
Right. So it works.
Yeah. Okay.
Why wouldn't it be a 10? You know,
Just as
because
far
it works.
as far as the usefulness, like, do you think you get value out of it?
Totally. It totally needs to be there.
Okay.
I think so. For especially for me.
Okay. And then without eliminating the feature, how would you fix it?
I don't see a fix.
Okay.
Does, does that make sense?
Okay. That's a valid answer.
All right.
So no need for a fix, right?
No need for a fix. It does what it's supposed to do.
And then if you had to eliminate the feature, what would you replace it with? Like um, what other sort of functionality would you like to see in it if you had to eliminate this muting and snoozing, so that you could accomplish the same thing?
Okay. Can you already, hmm, can you could obviously freeze it on without going into random rhythms. Like you keep it on the same one, which is good.
Yeah.
You can silence any one of those, right? Could you silence individual boxes?
Yeah, exactly. No, you can't silence individual boxes. You have to
And that's
silence.
that's something that if it was there, I really don't think there's much of a use for that. So
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. But I was
Okay.
just making sure how deep you went with it. Um, I actually don't think I would replace it with anything because I would replace it with what it is. You know what I mean? It's like how would you accomplish that doing it differently? I'm not really sure, but
Okay.
it you know that those two there's more than one function within that, and it works. It gives you more than one option for sure. So I wouldn't replace it that with that topic.
Uh
I
huh.
wouldn't replace it with anything. I think that's a score. I'm going to wait for all your questions because I have one thing that we talked about last time that I wanted to bring up,
Okay.
but I'll do it at the end.
Okay. And then okay. So the next topic is the highlight bar. You know, the white. Um,
Right?
the it's sort of like a cursor, but what would you give that out of 10 without saying 7?
Okay. What is the functionality of the highlight bar? Just so I know.
Just so you know where you're at in the beat.
Oh yeah.
You see that white?
I personally would get lost until I could figure it out without that. I think that saves a lot of headache. Um, you have to have that, and that's a good function.
Okay, what would you give it out of 10 without saying 7?
I would give it a 9 or a 10. Because again, it's like it does what it does, and it really isn't replaceable. It needs to do that. So at least that's in the program within the program itself, and then so it works. And so I give it a 10.
Okay, so it isn't replaceable, so you wouldn't. There's nothing to fix.
No.
Nothing to fix. Wow, this is a good score. Okay. So, and then why did you give the. Why did you think it's 10 out of 10 useful?
Mainly because it's a function you need. You need to know where you are, and the light, obviously, the highlighting it is what we're all used to anyway. But it totally lets you know where you are, and you need to know that. So I gave it a score because it works 100%, and it does a job that its function needs to be there. So there's nothing to fix, and I don't really see how you can make it better unless you could change the color or something like that. But that would just be an enhancement. You could add it in on an update or a pro version, or more. You could put that in where, oh wow, it's colors. But other
Yeah.
than that, it would still do the same thing. It would highlight, and that's what you need. It does it. It scores 100%, 100%, so it doesn't need to be replaced because it's doing the function that it needed to do. So I don't know any other way to say it, but those so far, no changes.
Okay, sweet, awesome, cool. So then, what was your feedback for the other thing that you wanted to say about what you previously said?
Oh, okay. Let me make sure I got this straight. Right now, what are your choices for the metronome?
The metronome is
like,
just quarter notes right now.
Quarter notes.
Yeah, I know that you mentioned subdivisions, but I thought it was, I don't know.
Well, not.
I thought it was because a limited time frame. I thought it was more important to do the muting and snoozing so you could isolate individual limbs.
Yeah.
Before we did the subdivisions.
Right.
So
I mean, you could go if it's one or the other. I would definitely think quarter notes are the way to go, and I think I said that last time.
Yeah,
Did
I think you said if you're going to do subdivisions, you have to do eighth notes and 16th notes. But if you're not going to do subdivisions, just leave it at quarter notes.
Right. Sometimes you want to hear eighth notes or 16th notes. Usually eighth notes. If the tempo's slow, like if you're playing music, sometimes you need to double it, which is really what you're doing. Quarters, eighth notes from quarters. So if there was an enhancement, like a metronome enhancement later on down the line, which I know you're not dealing with that yet, but for now I would leave it quarter notes over. It would either be set to quarters, eighths, same answer. Yeah, use quarter notes. But if there's an enhancement, it'd be cool if you could change the volume of the beep or the accented note, so you know where one is.
Okay.
And it would be able to, if you could change the pitch of it like you can on some, and if you could quiet down, like if you were doing 16th, say, that E and so 1, 2, like it's good to have that pulse going in some cases, like for some things you'd be playing off this app. It's good to have it. So if you could add an eighth note function, and you could add a 16th note function at the same time, like as part of it, that would be awesome. But if it was one or the other, it would still be quarter notes. But if there was only a second choice, it would have to be eighth notes.
Okay.
So that's all I was thinking about.
I think eighth notes and 16th notes might be feasible. Got to be honest with you though, my project is due like pretty soon, and that might just be an idea for the premium version, like the subdivision.
That's what I was saying. You could totally use this with the quarter notes, and people typically want to play things faster anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that down. I think I already have it on my to-do board. I have a big board. Yeah, I have subdivisions as my next item in the backlog. So once I finish my current backlog, which there's only one item in my current to do, then I could take the subdivisions out of the backlog and have it be in the coding stage. So it's the very next thing up. It just depends on whether or not I finish the thing that's currently in the pipe. So the thing that's currently
left.
What?
What else is left before you turn it in?
Actually, I got a few things. The main thing is the beat of the day.
Okay.
The beat of the day, I really don't want to let go, but I might have to let go of it. But that's currently in work in progress. For some reason, I don't know why, but it's not reverting back to the beat of the day as far as the...
I have to interrupt.
Yeah.
Can we take a 2-minute break?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, we can.
Is that possible? I'll try and make it 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay.
I would really apologize for doing that, but
That's okay.
oh, I need my glasses, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here, and I didn't know who it was. Was it delivery? Delivery. Sorry.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, subdivisions are in the backlog. They're the next item in the backlog after the beat of the day.
Right.
I have to figure out the beat of the day. I'm having a little bit of trouble for some reason with the user interface. But if I finish the beat of the day, then I can maybe do the subdivisions. It all comes down to time because I have to spend some time creating the report for this project and also another separate demonstration for my teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Beat of
have
the day, like your marketing. I know this is probably. I don't know if you thought about marketing. This is something you're launching, right?
yeah, I'm actually going to submit it to the App Store.
I mean, we might be reading about you online as like the new app to watch. You know, it's possible.
Yeah, that could be cool.
I mean, you can't control that stuff. People might jump at it. You know, with some new rhythm app that's like almost in a way it's not. It's very educational. And don't take this the wrong way. In a way, it's game-like. In a way,
Yeah, it is sort of like a game. Yeah,
which is good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is sort of like a game, and I want people to feel like they're taking part of like a daily collective challenge that all other drummers are facing on the same day. So like, if one person gets the beat of the day, everybody is able to get the same beat of the day and finish it. That way, it's like
Maybe they get loaded up to a YouTube thing or something, you know, like a private thing just for this app. You know, like send your video into this, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of marketing things you could do with this where groups will create on them by themselves. But
yeah.
the beat of the day versus subdivisions or adding eighth notes and 16ths, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess the beat of the day is good. Just it doesn't seem that important to me, except from a group and a marketing standpoint, like creating a group, or you know, like there's other people out there doing the same thing, and let me try and beat them, or let me join them, or however you want to look at it. It's good marketing wise. I don't know how much the actual app is dying to have beat of the day. It's thinking of your app is creating beat all kinds of random when you're on random, all kinds of different rhythms and limb exercises. So beat of the day sounds like your social media marketing plan. It could go into that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's as you might be nearing. I mean, you are nearing done because you have to turn it in. But I think beat of the day could be cool. But I think it goes with a marketing plan on social media more. I'm thinking. But
Okay. So you. Okay. Well, that's good feedback. I'm having trouble with it anyway. So, would you say I should prioritize subdivisions over the beat of the day?
yeah, I think most people when they're struggling to play something and they want to figure it out, having that as an option is super cool. You know, as long as the higher note or the accented note is accenting on the quarter note. You know, not just the one, but well, take that back. It probably is it doable just on beat one? I don't know. Every beat would be cool too. I don't know. I just thought of that. I was just thinking how I would use it.
Um, I don't really know how to do it right now, but I could explore it. I know right away that I can do it just on beat one. It'll go ba 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 ba. Like it would just
Right.
be an accent on the one, and then every other subdivision would be the same pitch.
That's because if you get off, it's only a measure. If you get off, I mean, when it's on a random, it's you would just want to know where one is. One will get you back on track every time. So
Okay.
yeah, you probably if it's easier to do that, I would do that. That's
Okay.
usually what any internal click is anyway. Is it's usually um, higher note or whatever the accented note is on one, and then that's it. And on my program, I can change the pitch of it, and I can make it exactly the same, so there is no accent note, which I do. And sometimes if there's a lot of meter changes and I just need a pulse, then I don't pay attention to where one is necessarily with the click anyway. So that's recording. That's different.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about beat of the day. It could be like a whole. I mean, if you launched it, it'd be cool to have like a social media package, kind of like groups and stuff. Like sign up for this, join this, and start it off with beat of the day, you know.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was kind of thinking for beat of the day. Like, maybe to expand it, there would be like a social function, like directly in the app, so they link up their Facebook or their Instagram or their Twitter profile to the app, and then
right.
when they get the beat of the day, it takes a screenshot and it sends it or something. I don't know, but I mean, if subdivisions are more important, then I will definitely focus on subdivisions. I didn't realize, that might actually come closer to delivering the core value of the app, which is actually to train the four-limb chordation. I mean, for people to get actual value out of it and improve their own drumming, I guess that would be more important than marketing my own app, because if they're taken care of, then that's going to market themselves. So I never really thought of it that way.
Right. I mean, it would suck if. Sorry, to use that word. It'd be bad if you had a consumer out there trying it, and then you got 110 comments about it. It'd be really cool if you could switch it to eighth notes.
Yeah.
Mainly because some of these things are difficult. A lot of them are difficult because they're randomly picked, so they're difficult on the surface level, and it might be helpful if they had that option. You might get that complaint pretty early on if it's not there. That's what I think it's more important than beat of the day, unless you can throw beat of the day in there now. I think
Yeah, I have to work on these things one at a time. So
I understand.
yeah. Okay,
I
so
wish
that's really good
could-
feedback. That kind of changes my direction, but honestly, I'm supposed to approach my project with like an expert consultant anyway. So this is just part of the process to just
Right.
take feedback and stuff. So yeah.
It's I mean, I don't want to, like, if you have a plan and you're taking, you don't have to do what I say, you can follow your own. Okay, I think that's good. I know what he's saying, but I'm sure you're doing that, anyway. But I would think that being able to change at least to eighth notes, and if you can to eighth notes, you probably can to 16th when you make that enhancement, I'm thinking. But I wonder how hard that is. I don't know. That's up to you. What is the date of the delivery? We have to sit down with your professor.
Well, the date of the delivery is April 30th, so I have 30 days. But the thing
Okay.
is, I need to submit this to an app store 2 weeks before the due date of my project, so I can have the results of whether or not it was delivered to the accepted to the app store. So really, I only have about 2 weeks to finish everything.
Got you. And if it's not accepted, then you have no more time to resubmit.
Exactly. So I need to finish in 2 weeks, submit it to the App Store, get my feedback, and all that my teacher wants, or all that I promised that I would deliver is just a notification either way if I was accepted or denied. So
Right. I guess a denial is okay. I have to retool this aspect of the app and then submit again, maybe.
yeah, exactly. So I don't need to be accepted for my project to be accepted. I just need to submit it. That's all I need to do. So I have about 2 weeks to work on finalizing it, and then I need to submit it. So it's probably going to be one or the other, beat of the day or subdivisions. But I see now that subdivisions are going to be more valuable. So I'm just going to go for that one.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. All right. Thanks for your feedback, David. So we have
All right.
a lesson next Monday at 3.
Yeah. Same time.
Okay, cool.
All right, man.
How's everything over there? All right, let me stop this recording.